Hello everyone, we meet again in a peaceful meditation session. Let's find a quiet place, sit cross-legged, close your eyes, and focus on your breath in and out. When we focus on the breath, it pauses the scattered thoughts so the body and mind gradually settle, and we begin to observe the things happening around us. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, today, what have I provided for my body and soul? Because both the body and soul always need energy to function. This meditation is an opportunity to reflect on how we provide nourishment for our body and mind. Perhaps we rarely deeply observe the way we receive food, not just through the usual ways, but with our eyes, ears, mind, and consciousness. As you know, the energy we take in daily is mainly through eating, which sustains and nourishes the body. But few realize that besides food and drink, our mind also needs 3 other types of nourishment to keep both body and mind healthy. In this silent space, you will be guided to explore the 4 types of food we consume through mindfulness and understanding. The first is physical food, which is the most tangible nourishment humans need to maintain the body. The food we chew and swallow carries nutrients throughout the body to nourish the cells. Physical food is the direct source of nourishment for this body. Without it, physical life cannot be sustained. Every meal is an opportunity to receive energy from nature and transform that energy into life. Whether practicing spiritually or living daily life, a healthy body is the foundation for practicing and fulfilling good intentions. Lack of food weakens the body, making the mind restless, and when the mind is unsettled, clarity diminishes. Eating mindfully, we not only nourish the body, but also cultivate gratitude and awareness in the exchange of energy inside and outside. Every grain of rice is the result of sweat, effort, and conditions. It should never be taken lightly or wasted. Eating properly, sufficiently, and consciously helps the body harmonize, the spirit feel light, and practice progress easily. Though the body is impermanent when cared for properly, it becomes the vessel that carries us beyond illusion. Without physical food, the body withers, but eating without mindfulness makes the body a burden to the mind. Physical food is one of the 4 strong pillars, 4 kinds of nourishment that keep us present in this life to transform and learn the way. The second type of food is sensory food, the emotions we feel through the 6 senses. Every moment we see, hear, or touch is a time we receive sensory food, nurturing sensations in our body and mind. A gentle glance can nurture peace all day. A harsh word can disturb the mind all night. Sensory food is subtle nourishment, not visible in form, but strongly influences emotions and behavior. What we come into contact with daily people, scenes, sounds, images leaves marks in our consciousness. Contact with a healthy environment calms the mind. Contact with toxic media causes anxiety and addiction. Without mindfulness, we easily ingest toxic sensory food, negative emotions entering without awareness. Physical contact is natural, but if the mind receives it without awareness, we lose inner freedom. A practitioner is one who wisely selects sensory food, knowing when to stop, listen, and let go when necessary. Contact is not just a collision, it is an energy exchange that can nourish or harm. Observing sensory food is the first step to transform sensations from reaction to understanding and compassion. Every day, we need to interact with the environment through sensory food to leave traces of love that nurture a peaceful soul. Breath lightly passing through the nostrils is a subtle contact between body and the energy of the sky, a profound nourishment for meditators. Inhale gently, follow the breath as it flows through your nose, fills your chest, and reaches down to your belly. Exhale, feel the breath leaving through your nose and notice your belly softening and sinking. The eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body contacting the world with a calm mind means we eat in freedom. Without awareness, sensory food easily becomes a fire that burns the inner self due to lack of mindfulness and falling into reactive habits. These reactions trap us in endless loops, pulling us along without pause. The third food the soul often consumes is mental formations. When pleasant or unpleasant sensations from sensory food are stored in the mind, at some point we recall them to recreate those feelings. Though they are not real in the present moment, we keep returning to the storehouse of sensory food to live and brood over the past or hope for the future yet to come. Each desire that arises in the mind is a kind of food that either nourishes or drains our life energy. Some wishes help us rise above adversity, but others cause endless suffering. The craving mind never knows satisfaction. The more it consumes, the hungrier it becomes. And the more it fulfills, the more it desires. A wholesome intention, born from compassion, can nourish peace in ourselves and others. Mental formations are where karma arises because we think, we speak. Because we want, we act. Because we cling, we are swept into the cycle of rebirth. It is not physical hunger that causes suffering, but the hunger of illusions, a kind of hunger that can never be filled with material things. One positive hope can help us overcome hardship. One negative hope can bring us down. This is the self-experienced nourishment of thought. Knowing what you're thinking and what you're desiring is the first step to transforming toxic mental food into a source of mindfulness. The will to practice, the aspiration for awakening, the thirst for learning, these are noble mental foods that need to be nourished properly. With each mindful breath, we can clearly see the arising and passing of desires, no longer being carried away by them. Every wish is a type of food. Some are nourishing, others are poisonous. Thoughts of anger are food that burn the one who consumes them, but the restless mind keeps returning to them out of habit. The wandering mind is a chronically hungry being, chasing after illusions and false images. A pure intention is a spiritual nourishment that brings us closer to awakening. Mental formations are invisible yet powerful food. They can lead us deeper into the cycle of rebirth or help us break free from it. Inhale gently, follow the breath as it flows through your nose, fills your chest, and reaches down to your belly. Exhale, feel the breath leaving through your nose and notice your belly softening and sinking. The fourth type of food is consciousness food. It constantly searches through the previous three types of nourishment to think, evaluate, and make decisions during most of our active time. Consciousness food is subtle nourishment that sustains the continuous stream of mind from this life to the next. Each moment of awareness, seeing, knowing, feeling, is a moment we consume consciousness food. When the mind clings to the habits of ego and external forms, consciousness food becomes the fuel that keeps the cycle of birth and death going. If we can recognize the operation of consciousness, we will know what we are feeding through every moment of life. A polluted mind will lead to distorted perceptions, create negative karma, and result in unwholesome rebirths. The moment consciousness contacts sensory objects is the beginning of a new cycle of arising and ceasing. A meditation practitioner must frequently observe consciousness to see clearly how it arises, functions, and ceases. Consciousness food has no physical form, yet it determines the existence of body and mind. The energies of past, present, and future thoughts, this is the flow of consciousness food in action. The nourishment of past karma continues to manifest through present behavior and future planning. A moment of awakening is when the stream of consciousness food driven by ignorance comes to a complete stop. Ultimately, we need physical food to sustain our bodies daily. Consciousness relies on the senses to perceive, store, and evaluate in order to make real-life decisions. The mind must constantly review emotions and images stored in memory to find what feels pleasant, joyful, and satisfying for future actions through guessing, recalling, or imagining. The entire body-mind system calculates and records these streams of consciousness in order to manage the activities of the conscious mind, the subconscious, and to make decisions for all our daily functions. If we lack these 4 types of food, the body weakens and the mind lacks the data or motivation to continue surviving. Yet these very 4 kinds of food are what keep body and mind entangled in the cycle of rebirth, if we indulge in them and let habits take over. When the stream of consciousness is managed with mindfulness, it leads to wholesome thoughts, actions, and finally arrives at the subtle stillness of liberation. Through this meditation, we focus on the breath to understand how our body and mind function. We regulate these 4 types of nourishment in order to gradually free ourselves from the subtle cycle that constantly pulls us along. Inhale gently, follow the breath as it flows through your nose, fills your chest, and reaches down to your belly. Exhale, feel the breath leaving through your nose and notice your belly softening and sinking. Sensing and understanding these 4 types of food takes a long time through everyday activities like walking, standing, lying down, and sitting. Among them, sitting is the best position to contemplate the functioning of these 4 forms of nourishment. Wishing you presence, consistency, and perseverance in your practice. Wishing you success. The journey in the game of breath will become more and more fascinating if you truly cherish it. This habit also holds the key to unlocking every gateway to explore both body and mind. The upcoming sessions will be increasingly engaging, so stay tuned and continue practicing with me in this video and the next ones. Please click the subscribe button, like, and share with others if you find the video interesting and helpful. Thank you.